Welcome back to another episode. I'm in a cargo van right now, everybody, because we have a cargo van for our art tours and all our art stuff. It's a completely empty cargo van, so we're trying to figure out how to put shelving into it. So that's what this video is going to be about. How to install some shelving in your cargo van for all your art stuff. I make tables and things out of wood. My wife does the oil paintings. We also do photography and pottery. But the pottery and the photography are not really going to be a part of the art van build right now, because all of our art shows are going to be dealing primarily with the woodworking and the painting. When we looked on YouTube, we can't find anything on converting a cargo van to an art van or anything on the internet. It's all an electrical van or a plumbing van or God knows what else for all these little bits and pieces. We have big bits and pieces, everybody. So let me show you what we've done so far. Here is our cargo van, and if we look in it, we did a couple of mock-ups. So we have one big shelf in there right now and another shelf in there, primarily over the wheel wells. I have one of my big timber benches in here because it's the longest thing I've made. It's 7 feet long. We've tested some canvases. We have a 2 foot by 3 foot, like an 18 by 24, and we have a big dog back there, a 4 foot by 5 foot. So we can try to figure out the best way to put them in. If we walk around to the side, we are thinking that we'll have woodworking over here, and paintings in the middle, and then this spot where you walk in the side, we are thinking of having that more open storage in case we need other stuff. The hard part we're facing right now is lumber is still ungodly expensive. So I'm going to be doing this build with what we have. I have some plywood, but I have 2 full sheets of 1/2 inch OSB. None of them are in the best shape, but we're going to use it because I don't really feel like spending $300 plywood. But anyways, now you know where we're at, so we'll keep you in progress on set. Okay, bye. So last we left, I was thinking about building shelves in our cargo van, and I did. I built some shelves in there. I'm starting to put some of my product in there to see how many more shelves I need, and the hard part is I want to make some adjustable. So this is what I've done so far. So I have one big shelf in there, as you can see, so I'm starting to put stuff on top. I know I want to put some of my benches on the bottom. My benches look like that. So those will go down there by the wheel well. On this side, I made a lower shelf. We are planning to stick tent stuff down there by that wheel well. And I know I have some tables I can put on that little shelf, but I might make a second, maybe even a third level on there, but I want those to be open and adjustable because these are stationary, but they're open so I can fit stuff in there easily without trying to maneuver through a huge wall. So that's what I have so far, everybody. But anyways, I'm leaving this section open in case there's like a taller table or I make something with bigger legs. And there is nothing to screw any structure to because here I have meat, and then over here there's nothing. I don't feel like putting a hole in the center of the fan.
Okay.
And then this is strong.
Yeah, I mean, I pulled on it to get up.
And this is just screwed in here, but since I have it anchored to here, and that's anchored in there.
You do have holes in the floor.
Yeah, those were from the shelving unit in here, so I need to caulk those.
Do you have any holes in the floor under this thing?
It's just
brackets,
zip screws. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. It's like
it's just a shelving unit. It's not like you're going to build a house on it. And then for everything else, I tried to use existing holes, and I used these guys. Just little boops. They're called toggle holes. Yeah. So everybody, I think I have it done. Meaning, I think I have all the shelving done in the van. Let me take you on a little tour of what I did because it's so nice to be done. When you look in the back of the cargo van, I still have my 2 main shelves. I have the big one down there and the even bigger one on the side. What I decided to do is I decided to put some shelves on top. So I have one on top there and then a smaller one on top there for little things. Most of my shelves are just screwed together because, I'm that woodworker type person. And once again, I used the wood that I had. I did attach it to the actual truck itself with some strong tie connectors and some self-tapping metal screws. I also put in these guys all over the place because I know what I'm going to be putting in here. I just have to figure out the best way to strap it down. So those guys are actually a 2-hitch ring mount plit. Yeah, so it's a ring mount. I was looking for D-hooks. I couldn't find them, but I found these guys and they work well. Again, on the structure of the truck, I used strong ties. I really tried to not put new holes in the truck. I used my drywall anchors, put them in everywhere so they wouldn't destroy the actual truck. I had an existing metal bracket that I used down here for the big shelf. And over here, again, there's just a couple of screws going into the frame of the truck. Again, right there, you can see I have more ring hooks on the truck. I have some more right there. More ring hooks down there.
Creeping on him. Vincent, we're creeping on Daddy.
If we look at the side of the truck, I tried to keep everything wide open, so if you open the door, you can just walk right in or put something big right on the floor. That shelf is an 8-foot long shelf, and it ends a good foot behind the driver's side door. So we could always put something tall there or other stuff that we don't know what we need yet. I used pocket screws because I wanted to hide the fasteners. Whereas over here, I just used regular screws because I have some structure holding up the shelf. Overall, a pretty simple design. I know exactly what is going where, so that's why I built the shelves this way. In the middle of these 2 big shelves on either side, that's where we're putting all of Care's paintings. They're going to be standing upright, and then again, we're going to have more room for paintings over here. Well, it's been a year since then, and I haven't shaved, nor have I changed my shirt since then. Our initial plan wasn't bad, but after doing 10 art fairs, it worked and it didn't work, so we revised it. Color. So I'm going to show you what we revised, because I think it's a little better. We haven't tested it out, that's going to come later, but here's what it looks like right now. The back of the van is still kind of the same. I have this shelf over here. We just narrowed it up a little bit, and now our tent supplies are under there because we got tired of wrestling with these big 40-pound weights. Over here, I adjusted the shelf, so now it is all the rest of the tent supplies. Car! Because we had them over the wheel well on that side, and it was just too hard to try and put them in and out from that stinking wheel well. The biggest things are our foldable shelves, which is one there, and one right there. So I'll set up the camera, I'll show you how they work. So, audio quality in the van, not sure how good it's gonna be. And I'm backlit, but what you gonna do? Anywho, on this side, we decided to have a shelf that's foldable in case we don't need it. But, But since we also wanted to expand this if we needed, I put a foldable shelf over here too. And then I kind of wanted them all to be one big level. So, what am I doing? Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. So, I can fold this up and it sits in place, and we also have cables that lock everything down. Let me give you a closer look because I'm backlit in a van with the van audio on. So looking in the side of the van, we have our one foldable shelf there and our second foldable shelf there, and we can attach it with this little turnbuckle because over time that cable will stretch, and I just have them hooked up to some loops. But that way, if we need additional support, we have it. So we made foldable shelves. So that was kind of the biggest thing we did, in addition to making sure all of our tent supplies are organized. Now we have lots of room for other furniture and other things. One more thing I wanted to show everybody. We have our weights down in there. It's open in case we can't get them out. But also I made this little back here, and that will slide up. So in case we need to access something in there, or we just have a little cubby for some tools, we're maximizing our space. So I'm hoping that that will work. And just so you know, all those foldable shelves ideas, those were Kara's ideas because she's a genius. There's so many cars, come on. Since we're waiting for cars, all the Quakers next door left because they got together and were playing volleyball today. Wait, Amish volleyball, really? But that's our cargo van remodeled to be an art van. If there's anything I missed, leave a note in the comments because, I don't know, we've never done this before. So hopefully it helped you out if you ever decide to get a van and remodel it a little bit. A little bit.
A little bit, you did.
Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.